Hi there and welcome back. This is Michelle Pesco-Solito again, and today we are going to dive into Facebook marketing and go from the very beginning of how to get online with Facebook. So if you're brand new to Facebook marketing, or if you're advanced as far as a Facebook user, I still want you to watch this module. So just in case you might have missed something along the way when it comes to setting up your Facebook account. Now, a lot of times, when people come to buy a course like this, they're probably already on Facebook. You've already got an account, you're active on Facebook, but you're not using it for business. So wherever you fall into this category of being brand new or being an advanced user as a personal use on Facebook, I still want you to go through this so you understand the process. Don't skip over any of the modules, because I truly believe that if you do skip over modules, you might miss out on some little golden nuggets, because as I go through these modules, I am going to be dropping some really important information that you might need to know to advance even further in the modules that I'm going to be going over later on down the road here. So if you do not have a Facebook account, the first thing that I'm going to want you to do is go to facebook.com. And what you're going to do there is you're going to see a screen like this, and all you simply have to do is just to come in here and sign up for an account. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, Michelle, I don't want to mix my personal business with my personal life with my business on Facebook. What I want to assure you of is there are a lot of security settings that you can set for your personal page to where you only are giving access to your friends, to your family, to people that you actually want there. Having a Facebook personal account is simply having a page where people are, if they come to it and they know you, they have to request you as a friend. And there are going to be situations where things are going to actually be hidden. And let me just show you an example of my Facebook personal account so you know what I'm talking about. So if I were to go to mine, assuming that I am a person who knows Michelle and I want to add her as a friend, this is all I'm going to see. Now notice that it has the add friend button. So if anybody wants to see any more about my personal profile, they actually have to add me as a friend. They can subscribe to me. This is a really great new feature. So don't feel like that you have to add people that come in and request you that maybe are business people that are, that only have a relationship with you when it comes to business. They can hit the subscribe button, and what's going to happen is they're going to start getting updates from your news feed or from your status updates. So by them subscribing to you, they're going to get that. But as you notice, these are all security settings. I could have this profile of mine wide open to where anybody could see it that's not even my friend. But I've chosen not to do that, because what I have chosen is to keep my personal life personal, keep my friends and family on this page to where they're interacting with me on a personal level, and then not getting spammed with all my business stuff that could be going on. Like, I shouldn't say spammed, but like if I'm posting a blog post that has to do with internet marketing, or if I'm writing some sort of training on my blog or talking about something in Twitter, I don't want to bother my personal friends with that, because quite frankly, they probably are not interested in what I am doing. So know that when you sign up for an account, you're going to be able to set the security settings to determine what you want people to see that are not friends of you or friends of your page, and what you don't want them and what you want them to see. So you'll be able to do that. So just go through this process. Be sure to give your name, your email, re-enter the email password. Always, always give your real name here. Your real first name, your real last name. I've seen Facebook get into people's accounts and shut them down because they feel like that this is not an accurate information as far as your name. I've seen people come in here and try to say, well, let me just put a fake name in here and tie it to this email. Somehow they know, and you're going to get shut down. So don't do that. Just be honest, and just know that you can always set the security settings if you don't want people to view your profile. So once you do that, go ahead and log in, which is what I'm going to do right now. And then let's just go to my personal page. So this is my personal page right here. Now notice that I want to show you this little section up here at the home button here. There is a section called privacy settings. Here is where you would go to do what I was talking about, and you can set the privacy settings. What do you want the public to be able to see? What do you want the friends to see? So if you're concerned about your privacy settings on Facebook, this is the section that you want to go into and Figure out how you want the public to be able to view your page, how you want your friends to view it. But what I want to recommend to you right now is, if you guys already have a personal page like this and you're using it for business, I want to encourage you to transition off of that. And that could obviously be why you're here in this course, is because you know that you need to separate your business from pleasure. It's just going to make things a lot more easier and more streamlined, and then you're also not going to be annoying your friends. So go ahead and change the privacy settings to whatever you want them to be, and let's go ahead and dive into creating your very first business fan page. Now, Facebook allows you to have several fan pages, so if you happen to already have a fan page but you want to start fresh because you've seen some things that I've mentioned in here that you might have done wrong and you know you can't correct them now, then let's go ahead and recreate one. You can do that. There are people out there that have 4 or 5 fan pages. It's okay. You can do that. I don't necessarily recommend that. I know in the beginning I had created 2 different fan pages. One was my public figure page, which represents me. I was branding myself. And then I had another one for a particular company I was in. And what I found is I was spreading myself too thin, and that was just on 2 fan pages, because in order to be effective in Facebook, you've got to focus 110% of your energy on that one fan page, because the things I'm going to show you throughout this course, you're going to see that if you had more than one fan page to be able to implement everything that I'm about to teach you, it's going to be hard and it's going to take up a lot more time. So I'm going to give you an alternative later on down the road on your fan page that you can do to go ahead and promote maybe a product instead of you having to go create another fan page. So we'll get into that in later modules. The very first thing that I want to do now is teach you how to create a fan page. There are 2 ways to do this. One is to come down to the very bottom here. The problem with doing that is it keeps scrolling and it keeps scrolling, and you have to catch create a page down there very quickly, okay? The other option would be just to go to someone else's fan page. And I'm on my fan page here, and again, you can just come over here and click on, let's see, well, there used to be a button there called create a page, and it's not. So the best option would be to go down to that bottom, like I just showed you a second ago, of your personal page and click on create a page. And once you go to that, you're going to be on a screen. You're going to come to a screen like this. And what you're going to need to do is determine now, what category does your business fall in? So if you're building a local place or a local business, maybe you're in a coffee shop, maybe you have a boutique of some sort, then you're going to want to choose this one here and then fill out this section here with the category that you're falling into here, the business name or place, street address, city, zip code. This is really nice if you have a business to where people can actually check in. I don't know if you've seen that yet on Facebook, or if you've heard of Foursquare. Facebook has something very similar to that. When you're out at, say, a coffee shop and you want to check in on Facebook, it will look up that location if you happen to have that. The other option would be a company, organization, or institution. Again, you would just need to go through these categories and determine where your business falls into. So if your company is an insurance company, you want to put that here. Now, this is not going to be for those in the network marketing industry. Remember, you need to own this company. So if you're part of a network marketing company, don't create a page that's, the name of your network marketing company. And that goes with anything that's not your company. Leave this to, if you actually own a law firm, then this is a section that you would want to use. Or if you actually own a energy company, this is the section you would want to use. So the next section would be a brand or product. A lot of people sometimes think that, okay, I'm in the health and wellness industry, so I need to promote a product under vitamins and supplements. That's not my recommendation either, because again, the whole purpose of being on Facebook is to brand yourself as a leader, as a business. So people are coming to you to engage with you. They're going to be attracted to you as that leader, so they're going to want to join and partner with you in whatever it is you're doing. So that's why it's very important that if you're doing a fan page around you Inc., to not do this section here, okay? But if you do have a brand or a product, say you have a particular type of game or a particular type of toy that you've created, this would be a great section. So if I were to be working with a company called Squishables, who have those Squishables big fluffy stuffed animals that my daughter has, this is the section that I would actually choose. I would say, okay, you own a toy called Squishables, let's brand it. This is where I would choose that section, okay? Now, the next one, this is probably the most common for most of you guys that are on this call here. I would choose an artist, band, or public figure. So what you would do is come in here and again determine what category you are. In my particular situation, I'm a public figure, so that's why I would choose this public figure section. Now, in the entertainment section here, maybe you are an amateur sports team, or you have a particular concert venue. Again, choose your categories wisely because this is going to stick with you, and you don't want to have to come back and recreate it, especially if you started creating momentum. And then this is a cause or community. Maybe you're part of a temporary cause that's going on and you want to create a page for it or create a community. This is what you would do. So for the sake of this actual tutorial, we're going to go ahead, since I'm a public figure, and create a public figure page. I'm going to choose a category, and I'm going to come down here and pick public figure, and then I'm going to name it. Now this is really important to think about how you're going to name your page. I see a lot of people that will come in here and name their page something that's not going to make it easily accessible for people to find them. Like say you are in the network marketing industry and you name this page your company. Well, what's going to happen is what if your company were to shut its doors? What if it, God forbid it would happen, but it might. You want to brand yourself. You want to be a leader out there, a brand out there that people can find easily. So if they come into Facebook and use the Facebook search button and they decide to search Michelle Pesco-Solito, they're going to be able to find me because that's what I've named my page. So make sure that you go ahead and use something that's going to stick with you, be branded to you further on down the road, so people will be able to find you easily. So I'm going to go ahead and testing this fan page because I already have a Michelle Pesco-Solito, so I don't want people to come over here and think I've created a new fan page. So let's just go ahead and say we're testing this page and click agree. But again, what you might want to consider if you really want to put a company name after it or put, a coach, mentor, affiliate marketer, whatever, you can put it after, do a dash, put it after that, but I don't recommend it. I recommend you just sticking with your name or whatever it is your brand is. Name it. So when people come and search it, they can find you. Then all you're going to do is click Get Started. So this next section is asking you, it takes you through a nice step-by-step process, but you're going to upload now an image. Now in the past, you were able to create an image on here that was a long banner. But now with Facebook's changes, let me show you what I'm talking about here. With Facebook's new timeline changes, you no longer have that option. So let me just show you in the past. If we were to click on this photo here, in the past, this is what ours looked like. Is we had this long banner. You guys might recognize that. Well, this is no longer available, so don't worry about trying to outsource and get yourself a really cool banner. All you have to do is come in here and upload a picture, 150 pixels by 150 pixels wide is what you're going to put in here, and put that in here. Now think about this, guys, when you're branding yourself, put something here. This is your business, okay? So do something that's professional, that's going to stand out. When people come to your page, they're going to be impressed with your presence, okay? So that's what you want to do here. So if we're going to upload a picture, let me just go in here and pick one. And then we just wait for it to go through. There we go. So then we're going to hit next. Now, in this About Me section, this is what you want to, it's not really about me, it's about your page, okay? Now, Google is actually indexing these Facebook pages, so you might want to use some of your keywords in here. So for my particular situation, we are in the internet marketing industry. So I might just say, Michelle Pesco-Solito's fan page, which is focusing on the latest internet marketing strategies using Facebook marketing to build your businesses online. Something along those lines, because these pages are indexed with Google. So really think about what it is that you're representing and maybe how you want to be found on Google. And that's all you've got to do there. And the next one is you want to add some websites here. So, definitely come in here and add your blog, add your business site, add your company site, maybe add your Twitter account if you have Twitter. If you've got a YouTube account, add your YouTube account. If you've got a Yelp link because you're a business, add that in here. You want to put is not too many websites, because if you put too many on there, it's going to be confusing to people. Just put a couple of websites that are maybe offering some different information about you, that they can feel like they're going to something unique and not duplicated sites. So then we're going to go ahead and save that info. And this is very important. This is going to be your Facebook web address. This is new. And in the past, you had to wait till you got 25 fans in order to assign a URL to your fan page. Now, what do I mean by the URL? Well, right now, if we were to click on this particular fan page we're creating, it would end up being this facebook.com and all these long numbers. Well, that poses a bit of a problem when you're trying to share your URL to tell somebody to come visit your fan page, or maybe you're putting this on your email signature link, your business cards. Whatever the case may be, it's hard to be able to put something like that on there and make it look nice. So this is the section where you're actually going to name your page. So whatever I would go for, the very first thing I would do is name it your brand. Okay? And then what it's going to look like now is facebook.com/Michelle Pesco-Solito. And I put testing there only because if I were to do Michelle Pesco-Solito, it's already taken. And Facebook's going to let you know if that particular URL is taken. Then you're going to have to choose something else, especially if you're branding yourself and you have a common name. Sometimes it's already taken. So what you might want to try to do is maybe use the first initial of your name and last name, or use your middle initial along with your first and last name. You have a couple of options there. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and set the address. Oh, that one's not available. So there is a good example of what happens. Set the address. I'm just going to throw something in there temporarily. All right, and then once you do that, you're going to come to the page where Facebook's going to take you on a little bit of a guided tour. I want to recommend that you go through this. Well, the very first thing that they're going to ask you to do is actually like your own page, so definitely do that. The next thing that you're going to want to do is come to this Invite Your Friends section. Now, this is going to be good for you guys that already have a personal page, that have a lot of business friends on that page. Well, what you're going to be able to do is click on the Invite Your Friends, and now you can actually pluck the friends off of your page that you know are really business friends and select them, and they're going to get a notification to come visit your fan page and like your page. So you can definitely go ahead and take a look at that. It's good to get started that way. It's good to invite some of those friends, because it's nice to go ahead and get some likes on your page. Easy likes, I like to call them, because your friends that maybe are business friends will probably come like your page no matter what. So that's a really good way to get some likes quickly. So then we're going to click Next. And this section is just going to be inviting your contacts. And what this does is if you click Next, oops, that one didn't work. We have to go back up. I don't think it's going to let me go back, so I'll explain what it'll do. If you click, invite your email contacts, it's going to open up another little pop-up window that's going to link to either your Google account, your Yahoo account, your Hotmail account, and it's going to search for all the people that are on your contact list, and you're going to be able to send them an invite to your fan page. Now, this is the little section here, but we're going to get into this in later modules. But this is basically tell your new visitors the latest news, maybe some promotions, or just say hello. So if we click Post on the Wall, welcome to our fan page, that might be something you want to say right at first. We're going to get into more strategies in later modules about how to use this box here. But just, go ahead and post that right there temporarily. All right, so that takes care of the actual process of building your fan page. Now, what we're going to do later on down the road is we're going to go into this admin panel. This is a new feature that Facebook has implemented for the timeline. So we're not going to do that in this module yet. So right here, there's a button called Hide. I'm going to go ahead and hide that. But what we are going to do is go over how to add a cover photo. So you can see right here, I have a cover photo up here. Now what I want to show you is just some other examples. Herbal Essence, this is a great one. You can take a look at their cover photo. They're showing their products. Notice there are a few things that aren't on here, like calls to actions. Now, Facebook has strict guidelines when it comes to these cover photos, and they're not letting people know this, or not giving out this information to where you can easily find this, but it is written in their rules that your cover photos need to follow their guidelines, because if you don't, you're going to quite possibly get your fan page shut down or deleted, and I don't want that to happen to you guys. So some of the things that you need to remember is that when you create your cover photo, make sure that you are not putting any kind of promotions in that cover photo, meaning saying things like, click here to get a coupon, or an advertisement, or click here to get 40% off. You can't also have any kinds of calls to actions that say download from our website, www.xyz.com. So you cannot have those kind of things on there. Also, a lot of people think they should put their contact information with their web address, or their website, their contact information, their email, their mailing address, their phone number. You can't do that either. This is only used for pictures, maybe your name. It's supposed to be for more fan engagement. So also, if you're using this cover photo to say things like my page, share my page, or any of those other Facebook terms, Facebook is going to discover that, and they're going to shut you down, or quite possibly just disable your page. You also don't want to have things on there saying tell your friends about my page, or you don't want to be incentivizing anybody to like your page. So to be safe, what I would recommend, and we can go look at some other ones here, is to just make sure that you're following those rules that Facebook has in place. So as you can see, here's the Live Strong. They have a nice cover photo. A lot of people want to put their web address, and you don't want to do that. So that's a great one. Let's take a look at another one here. So this is a Butterfinger one. Actually, I don't think that's the main one. Let's look. That's an interest. That might be it. They just may have changed it up. In the past, they had something really cool on here. But notice, they are saying something here, which is okay, but they're not given any kind of call to action or any contact information. Another one that I love to look at is Macy's. This is a really good example of utilizing the cover photo space and utilizing their profile image, which I was mentioning was 150 pixels by 150 pixels. I also want to let you know that the cover photo up here is 815 pixels wide by 315 pixels high. And the cool thing is check this out. So this little handle right here is part of their cover photo, but they positioned it perfectly to fit on top of their little 150 by 150 profile image here. So I just wanted to share some of the creative pages here that people have put these cover photos together that are quite creative, and kind of share that with you. I think there's another one. Let's check out Red Bull. And see, these companies have a lot of money to spend in advertising and in their social media, so don't feel like you have to go all out and do something like this, but look how neat this is. And they do have their company name here. That's okay. So this is a great photo, catches your attention, catches the eye. Let's take a look at Zappos. That's another good one. All right, so Zappos here is probably featuring some of their employees or customers up here, but this is really a great photo too. And then they've branded themselves. They kept the URL down here in their profile picture, which is something you can do. The only place you can't put that contact information, like I said before, is all up here in the cover photo. So let's go back to the page that you've created, and let me show you how to add your cover photo. What you're going to do is you're going to come up here to this section that says Add Cover Photo. Go ahead and click on that. And again, they give you a warning that says it's not meant for promotions, coupons, or advertisements. The cover photo should not be primarily text-based or infringe upon anyone else's copyright. And if you click right here, you're going to see in more detail all of the rules that they're talking about that I just mentioned. So you just click OK. And now it's going to give you the option to either choose from photos. And when you choose from photos, that means you're choosing from the photos that are already on your personal page. So maybe you already have the timeline on your personal page and you've got a cover photo over there you want to use. You can just go grab it from there. If you don't, you can upload a photo. And again, you want to upload a photo that's 815 pixels wide by 315 pixels high. If you don't know exactly what that means, just Google what pixels are in a photo, or quite possibly you can also outsource this on Odesk to get somebody to create you a really cool header. So all it's doing is it's coming in here and it's choosing wherever I saved my cover photo, and once you choose that, it will upload up here to the top. Now once that cover photo uploads, let me actually do that so I can show you. I think it's going to be in violation, but I'm just going to use one for now. Okay, so what you want to do, obviously this is all wrong. You don't do what I'm doing here, official blog. This is actually our blog cover photo, but I'm just using this for an example. See where it says drag to reposition? You can actually drag this cover photo to slide it over or slide it this way or raise it up. So I just wanted to make you aware of that if you don't like the way that cover photo comes up, you can move that, okay? So I'm going to hit cancel on that because I don't want that to upload on there. And let's go to the page so we can see what we have so far. All right, so this is what we have for our cover photo. It just has our name right here, and that's plenty. In fact, I know a good friend of mine, Todd Falcone, just did his. And we can go up here and take a look. And, you know, he's got a nice cover photo up here with this picture. Just want to show you some examples. So what I would suggest is if you get a little bit stuck on what you want for a cover photo, just go out there, take a look at some other people's fan pages, and, you know, see what they've got going on and maybe try to duplicate something like that. So that pretty much covers setting up your fan page. It's very simple. You can see you can do it probably within about 5 or 10 minutes. But in the next video, we're going to actually start diving into these landing tabs, which are right here, default landing tabs, which are no longer available. So we'll get into that in the next module and how to create these and what you need to be aware of when doing these default landing tabs. So I will see you in the next video.